Hey guys, it's WACK and welcome to a chat with Zach where I pick a topic and I just have a short little chat with you. And I think this might be the last chat with Zach for I think the next couple of weeks since Advanced Warfare is coming out. I'm going to be covering a lot of that, but right now I just want to do a chat with Zach to just not make my last connection. Sounds like I'm dying right now. No, just to talk with you because things have been stressful as terms of just everything, and usually I don't get stressed out, and I'm not really stressed right now. I know I kind of just said I was, but I'm not really stressed. I'm just kind of freaking out like what I'm going to be doing with Advanced Warfare in the future of that game and what I'm going to be doing in real life and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it just gets me thinking about the real life stuff, real life situations and whatnot. And one thing that comes to mind whenever I try to make a video is like, how am I going to make this as good as possible? How am I going to overcome everybody else that's doing this similar video and try to make it the best possible video? And since that Advanced Warfare is coming out, I'm gonna try to make a lot of videos where I just try to expand on my channel, just try to grow my audience and whatnot. And it just gets me thinking, like, I've been doing this for 2 years, and it seems like there's always someone that's better than me, if you know what I mean. And I feel like a lot of people also have that same feeling. It's like they do a lot of things. They do a lot of good and excellent things, but there's always someone out there who's better than them. Whether it be one person, 2 people, or 2 million people, they feel like there's always someone better with them. Whether that's with their instrument that they're playing or with a sport, like they feel like there's other people way better than them in football, or if they're doing YouTube like how I am, or commonly in school, how they always feel like there's always someone better than them in school. And that's kind of like one of the worst kind of like feelings, because you don't really know how to feel. It's like you work so hard, you work really hard to try to do something that you enjoy, that you really do like to have an end goal, and you just realize, like, well, what's the point? There's always someone better than me. There's really no point to try to do as good as I possibly can, because there's someone else doing it exactly the same way and doing it way better. Like, well, just use school, because I'm sure most of you that's watching is in some sort of school, like in college or high school. Like you try really hard in school. You do all your assignments, you do all your tests. It just does not work out in your favor, but you still try really hard. But then you look around and you see other people that are doing way better than you, and it especially sucks when they don't even have to try. And that's just one of the worst feelings, and just something I really want to talk about, because I've just been kind of feeling like that with this whole YouTube thing. I don't really like to talk about YouTube. It's kind of my thing and just kind of something I deal with. But I'm just kind of using an example since Advanced Warfare is coming out, and it's something I've been feeling. Not even just right now, for the past couple of months, even for the past year, even from the beginning, when I first started this channel. It's like I knew there's gonna be people that's gonna be better than me. I still know, and not just knew, I still know that what I'm doing right now, commentating over Call of Duty videos, over any kind of video game videos, there are people out there that are better than me, and it's hard to accept that. It's really hard to accept that there's going to be someone that's better than you. If you're the star quarterback of your high school football team, you're going to feel like you're on top of the world, that you're the star player. But eventually, you probably will start to feel like there's better quarterbacks out there. And that's because there is. Peyton Manning is way on top of the game right now, and he's better than you, and you can't, that's the thing, you can't compare yourself to freaking Peyton Manning. If you don't know football, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to try to stray away from the football thing, but you just got to accept that you're not that star player. You're not them. You're not them. You are you, and right now you're in a position where you're doing excellent. Let's go back to the school example, since you guys have probably all dealt with school at least one point in our lives. At least I hope so. That, okay, so you're doing an assignment, or you're just doing school, and you're doing your best. You're just doing your best, and then you get, like, I don't know, an A- in the class. It's still an A. But then you look around, and then there's people all around you that's getting A's and A pluses, and it just makes you feel, it's like, well, why should I try hard to get an A minus? What's the point when there's going to be other people that's doing way better than me? And at that point, what I gotta say for that, and I gotta take my own advice sometimes. Sometimes I give advice and I don't really take it. I should really start doing that sometime. But what you really should start to do is not compare yourself. Not compare yourself to the star player, Peyton Manning, or the star student in your class. I don't know what's a star student name. Think of whoever's in your class who just gets A's for days, and you're trying your hardest, and you start to compare yourself to that person. You just gotta know you're not that person. You're not that. You are you. You are whoever your name is. I don't know who's watching, what your name is. You are your own person, and you really can't compare yourself to other people. It's like, I don't want to use this reference, but it's like Ash Ketchum, right? Alright, he wants to be the very best that no one ever wants. He wants to be the #1 Pokemon master, and the whole entire world, he wants to catch them all. But he's not comparing himself to the other trainers. He's not really comparing himself to Gary Oak. He's not really comparing himself to other trainers that comes along the way, because he's Ash Ketchum. He's not Gary Oak, he's himself. He's Ash Ketchum. If wanted to be the very best that no one ever was, he's gonna do it his own way. And how does he do it? He freaks out by catching a freaking Caterpie. That's how he does it, and that's his way of being the very best. That's the way that that he achieves his dreams, and that he wants to be the very best, and that's his way of doing it. He doesn't compare himself. He does his own thing. So that's just something you should remember. Something just, if you're ever struggling with something that you really are passionate about, whether that's with sports, whether that's you're in a band, whether you're in school, whether you want to be a Pokemon master, there's gonna be people that are better than you in different categories. There's going to be way better people in your skill category, and accepting that fact is one of the hardest things you can ever do. It's one of the hardest things you can do. I bet Peyton Manning and all those other star quarterbacks, they still believe that there are way better quarterbacks than them, and they're making $30 million a year by tossing a brown football. But you just got to think, they are them. He's Peyton Manning, he's Aaron Rodgers, they are them. You are you. You're not this. You could be the second best player. You can be the second best player, the second best student, the second best guitarist, and there's still going to be that person above you. You just got to accept the fact that you're not #1, but you are you. There's only one of you. Only one of you, and you're going to do the best that you possibly can, because no one else can do you better than you, if you get my drift. That's kind of a cliche saying, but honestly, it means a lot. It means a lot. Maybe not right away, but honestly, don't compare yourself. I keep repeating myself over and over and over again. Even if you know you're not the best and you know you can do better, then do better. Just be the best that you can possibly be. If you know you're not trying and you can try harder, then freaking try harder. Don't do it to overcome those other people. Don't do it because you want to be #1. Do it because you want to be the best that you possibly can, and the best that no one ever was as terms of you. So that's all I had to say. That's all I have to say. It's a sucky feeling, but hey, you start to learn. You start to learn. As soon as you start to mature, you start to learn, like, okay, all those things I stressed about earlier about not being #1, it really doesn't matter, because soon you start to realize that if you look back and you realize you tried your hardest, you tried to be the best that you possibly was, that you possibly were, bad grammar, then that's all that matters really in the end. That's all that really matters. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps for future reference. Last chat with Zach for kind of a long time. Not a long time. I think about 2 weeks or so. The first week of Advanced Warfare, I'm going to be covering a lot of the game. So not really any meaningful conversations for a while. But leave down in your comments what you want to talk about. Whether that's with relationship advice, school advice, life advice, or just anything. Leave it down in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.